The Khapra beetle is among the top 100 most destructive agriculture pests in the world. This tiny beetle destroys more material than it consumes. Khapra beetle spoils the food it eats by leaving their discarded skin and hair all throughout the food which they are eating. Watch as this Khapra beetle larva consumes some dried grain. The scientific name for Khapra beetle is Trogoderma granarium everts, but it is commonly called KB for short. Adult Khapra beetle are often dark brown and black with lighter colorations. They are oval and hairy. The adult's only function is for reproduction. Once the adult has emerged from the larval state, they begin to reproduce within 5 days. The entire life cycle of the Khapra beetle ranges from 26 to 220 days, depending upon the temperature and the humidity. The Khapra beetle larva is hairy and has long tail hairs. They have a yellowish, white body with reddish-brown bands. The larval stage can last up to 6 weeks, but in unfavorable conditions such as cold temperatures or high humidity, the larva can remain dormant for up to 8 years without eating. When Khapra beetle is in the larval stage, it eats constantly, and this is the stage which does the most damage. Both the adult and larval stages love dark, dry, and hot conditions. Their favorite spots are tiny crevices, and they prefer very dry food. Khapra beetle is native to the countries which are appearing in red on the maps. If Khapra beetle is native to a country, it means that they are firmly established and eradication's efforts are futile. In the blue countries on the map, Khapra beetle is considered invasive. If Khapra beetle is invasive to a country, eradication efforts could be successful at removal since the beetle isn't firmly established yet. Any food products, household goods, passengers, or cargo originating from any country where Khapra beetle are established are considered high risk for the beetle and are closely inspected when the commodity enters the United States. Khapra beetle love protein. They really prefer any type of grain, oats, lentils, dried beans, and rice. They also consume dried fruit, dried meat, and unprocessed leather. If Khapra beetle were to become established in the United States, the danger to agriculture as well as the national economy could be problematic. The ability of U.S. farmers to sell grain overseas would be impacted due to increased restrictions placed upon U.S. exports since the grain would be considered undesirable by country importing it. When Khapra beetle has to be eradicated, the cost of fumigation is very high. The reason? Khapra beetle are very resistant to many fumigants and pesticides. Determining the correct combination of fumigants and pesticides is often done on a trial and error basis. An infestation of Khapra beetle in California in 1953 led to a massive control and eradication effort which lasted until 1966 and cost $15 million. That translates into $144 million in 2024. Watch this Khapra beetle larva as it begins to shed its skin. Khapra beetle discarded skins are called cast skins. It is these cast skins which can cause health issues in humans. Because the skins have hairs with sharp points on the tips, the hairs can cause severe breathing issues if these are inhaled. Physical contact with the cast skins and hairs can cause skin dermatitis. Knowing when you see it is important in stopping destruction. If you see it, report it.